Hello and welcome back to Project Rebearth. A little bit of time has now passed since the previous episode, and that means that we once again have quite a good bit of wood. Right now I have 794, as you can see. Oh, and I actually have a message from someone saying that they saw my latest video. So thanks for that. And for this episode, and while we are still in the early game, I think the main thing that I want to do is just get more and more wood production. So that is what I will focus on today. Hopefully I can get to 1000 wood production per day. But obviously to produce wood we do need workers as well, and right now I have only 4 workers available, so I will actually start off by building a bit of housing right here. Okay, and that is about all that I can afford for now. I added a little kind of courtyard here, a little bit of trees just for some decoration, a statue looking out into the sea here. And yeah, now because of these buildings we have a whole 30 workers available. So I want those to start producing some wood for me. And like I mentioned in the previous video, I think just the 3 nurseries are actually the most efficient to produce wood, so I will just place a bunch more of them around here. Okay, and just like that we are already out of wood. We are now up to 584 wood production per day, and I did also decide to place this warehouse here, and I have it set to only store wood, so it can store a total of 5000 wood. So we should hopefully have enough storage for it for a while, because otherwise I only had 1000, and right now if I don't play for just 2 days, if I had 1000 storage then it would already start overflowing and I would basically be losing out on the resource production, because they would have nowhere to put the resources. I still have to decide what I want to do with these gaps over here. I'm not quite sure just yet, I will figure it out eventually though. But yeah, for now we need to once again wait for just a little bit more wood to get produced. And now, just like magic, we have 1.1 thousand wood. And as you might have guessed, I will use all of this wood in order to produce even more wood. And actually, while I was waiting for more wood to be produced, a new thing got added to the game, the plantation. That is basically a placeable area version of the nursery, so that is kind of perfect for the corners like this. Oh, but it does actually have a minimum size, so I think what I can do is actually move a few of these nurseries to a different place and then place it over there. Okay, yeah, that works now, so let's just click the check mark. And yeah, it makes a fence like this with a few trees inside of it. And of course it also produces wood. So yeah, now let's just spend the rest of this wood on producing more wood. I feel like I have said wood like way too many times just recently.
I need a scarecrow after what you did, 'cause all of the birds know that I'm almost dead.
Okay, and that should be enough housing for more wood production now. We got 34 people, so now let's just go and place more wood production buildings.
There's no more to break. Don't wake me up, not in this century. Don't wake me up, 'cause you're just a ghost inside my head. You're just a ghost, you're never there.
And just like that, we are once again out of wood. We have now gotten up to 971 wood per day, but that will not last a long time actually, because if I click this little arrow on the top right hand side here, you can see that my new beginnings boost, which is the starter bonus, which doubles all production, is going to run out really soon, in 140 seconds. And once that happens, this production number is going to get cut in half. Yeah, so only 10 seconds now, and once it runs out, what you are going to see is that these resources go from 971. Okay, well, it should have gone down to 485, but seems like it's not updating yet. I'm sure it will update eventually. Probably just takes a little while. But yeah, in other news, if I hover over this population here, then you can see my total population is now over 100. It is 101 to be precise. That's the capacity that is shown down there. And with that, I think it's finally time to actually name my town. If you look at the top here, then it is still just called Unnamed Town. And the way that I can do that is just by clicking on the center here and just starting to roll different town names. Now you can't actually choose your own custom name, and that is just for moderation reasons, because this game is being developed by just one person, and then moderating all kinds of inappropriate custom names would be way too much work for just one person. So yeah, it is random names that are based on real city names in the area that you are building in. So let's see what kind of name we can get. And I think this is going to be a pretty good name, Holden then. That's pretty easy to pronounce and also kind of fits the relative area that I'm building in. The area being the Netherlands, of course. You can see that we are just on this little island system in the middle here. Okay, and so once again, let's just wait for a little bit more wood. And wow, I just have to mention, I just went back to the menu and there is already 4,695 different towns placed on the world map. That is so many, and those towns have a combined population of over 1.4 million. I mean, that is insane. I'm really happy to see that a lot more people are finding this game and enjoying it. But yeah, anyways, let's just wait for more wood. Okay, and just like that, you can see that we now have 1.4 thousand wood. And also the production is half of what it was before because the starter bonus ended, as I mentioned previously. By this point I think you kind of get the idea. So yeah, more wood needs to be produced. So I will start off by placing a bit more housing for the workers and then place some wood production as well.
On the way to you, in an orange sky, by the ocean blue. Every mile lost, my soul renewed, taken by the sunrise and the golden view. Walking slowly in the mountains underneath the constellations. Yeah, I know that you've been waiting for me. Time is losing all its meaning, like I'm living in a dream, and I've been chasing all the feelings I need.
Okay, and I think that should be enough housing for now. So there's obviously this whole new housing area over here, and they also made this kind of city plaza with all of these markets over here. So I guess this can kind of be like the central square of the city. But yeah, so now after building all of this, we have 46 available workers, so it's time to place more wood production.
It's in these moments. Oh, I got lost on a winding road in the dark of night with the stars aglow. Heaven's up above, got me below as I head to.
And just like that, all the wood I had is basically spent, and we are now up to 692 wood per day. Which is of course a little bit less than before just because the starter bonus ran out, but it is quite a good amount still. Also, now the actual city part of the city is starting to look really nice and filled out, with all of these like little kind of city blocks, I guess you can call them. And this whole wood production area is also looking pretty nice and filled out. So yeah, I think we have made quite a good bit of progress in this episode. So that will be it for this one, and see you in the next one where we keep progressing towards some more mid and late game goals.